Hi there! So this is slightly different from the sort of videos that I normally upload. I realize I've only been playing a single game off in my time off work lately, and I thought I might make a video about it. And that game is Dungeons and Dragons Online. I remember hearing about this game many years ago, back when I first got into World of Warcraft back in the day, but I never really gave it a shot. And well, I probably should have, honestly. Uh, because DDO is basically the reverse of the game direction Modern Warcraft's been going. If you want the bullet point summary as to why I like this game, it is incredibly customizable. You'll basically never see two characters who are look the same and function the same. You can basically play almost every quest in the game either solo or with any size party you can put together. It's based off the 3-5 rules, which is what my current tabletop game is based off of. And holy shit, this game is so incredibly deep, it's insane. And, well, to explain that, I think I'm going to start a series. I'm going to walk you guys through character creation, show you guys what I love about this game, and hopefully you'll agree. If not, well, this is just an excuse for me to play more DDO, I guess. I play on Arganessen if you'd like to join me. I'm probably going to make a lot of references to World of Warcraft or the tabletop game this is based on, but I will try my best to explain what is going on if you do not follow. Right then, let's get into character creation. I'm going to hit the big create button here, and this is going to drop me into a menu. And oh my god, the music is loud. I'm going to need to turn that down. Yeah, that's the one thing here. Holy shit, the music in this game gets really loud. I hope that's not a bad thing. What's it called? You can adjust that in the options, but it's a bad first impression. But anywho, trying to stay more positive here. I'm gonna make a character that is as simple as possible from an outside perspective, so you can hopefully get your handle on how incredibly I'm not going to say this game is complex per se, but there's a lot of things going on underneath the hood that you don't really pay attention to. And as a new player, you don't need to worry about, but as a long time player, I like games that are like simple on the surface but have a lot of depth to it. So I'm going to make a melee character. I'm going to make a melee fighter, a warrior to those of you coming from World of Warcraft. There are various flavors. We have monks, which is like unarmed fight. We have paladins, barbarians, and fighters. But I'm going to go simple fighter. He is going to be a dude. You can decide on a path here. These will generally like decide all of your feats and skills for you, which I would recommend if you're a new player. I am going to be deciding things myself, so you can just see why I like this game. There's 50 billion races in this game. Don't worry about any of them. Pick human. Human is the best race for any class. And the reason for that, we'll get to in a second. Now we're doing point buy. So you have stats here, and you can spend points on assigning those stats. The number of points you have depend on a bunch of different things. I have 32 points. I've been playing this game for a while. You might only start with 28 points. There's ways to upgrade it down the line, and there's things like reincarnation and like there's like a prestige system. But don't worry about that right now. If you've played D&D or you've been following my Pathfinder games, all of this should make sense to you. If not, strength. This is what affects your melee damage. This affects dexterity is your defenses and your dodging chance. Con is hit points. Intelligence is skill points. Wisdom and charisma not super important for our fighter. So I'm going to be making a very generic human fighter. He is going to be reasonably strong, reasonably tough, maybe a little bit of dexterity to help fill out having full plate, a little bit of intelligence for skill points, mostly focusing on strength and con. And wisdom and charisma are not important for our classes. Then we get to skill points. And again, if you're following from D&D or you're following from my Pathfinder campaigns, all of this should make sense. There might be a few skills here you don't completely understand because this is based off 3-5. But generally, the amount of skill points you get, it's dependent on the class and dependent on your intelligence. And this is why I picked the human, because humans actually get bonus skill points. So I'm going to grab jumping, which helps me jump. I'm going to grab balance. because balancing helps me, what's it called, get back up. A few other fun skills here. Haggle helps you with selling things to vendors. Intimidate helps us. Intimidate is basically taunt. This is a skill, and it also helps when you're talking to certain creatures in dialogue. It helps you like convince people to get your way. But the main reason is like everybody attack me, which is great if you want to make like a tank character. Then we get feats, and again, all of this comes from the tabletop. I'm going to make a very simple fighter. I want him to be and this is another reason I love humans, is humans get an extra feat at level 1. I want him to be a simple, holding big greatsword, hitting things with weapon. I'm going to grab two-handed fighting. I'd also like to grab, what's another simple feat I could grab him? Grab weapon focus. This will give us a bonus to hit with some weapons. And I'm also going to grab power attack. Power attack is a feat we can use to basically trade bonus to hit for damage. This will summarize all the things we've decided, and now we can decide what our dude looks like. You can hit a randomize button. One of the things I love about this game is you can actually make some like genuinely ugly characters, because well, not everybody looks like a badass. Let's go with this guy. This guy looks pretty cool. His name will be Rokla, because that's one of the names I constantly use in my characters. And then there's alignment. Alignment is your character's personality. And yes, this does in fact have a gameplay impact. Not allowed to be evil, obviously. But the main thing this affects is certain weapon types and certain things you can use. So, for instance, if you are a good aligned character and you find an evil aligned weapon, you'll take a penalty. Well, if you're a neutral character, you won't take a penalty from that. On the flip side, if you find like a holy like there are weapons that are holy or infused with chaos that can only be used by chaotic aligned characters. I'm going to go with neutral good. This means I won't take any penalties for any chaotic aligned weapons I get, but I will be able to use any good aligned weapons I get. Ultimately, though, alignment is mostly a cosmetic thing. Also, certain classes are restricted by alignment. So if you wanted to be a paladin, you have to be lawful good. If you want to be a bard or a barbarian, you're not allowed to be lawful, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's character creation. And I'm going to hit this button, make my dude, and now I'm going to jump into the game. Well, not right now. I actually have to run to work right now. But as soon as I get back from work and I restart this series, I'm going to be jumping into the game for you guys. Hope to see you then.